Say that.
I always say that, and we always get demonetized.
Howdy, all.
Howdy! Hello! Hello,
Hello.
and welcome.
Hello, peoples.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to the Hey Dudes. I am Hey, and this is Dudes.
Or more as I am Dan, or Slacker Dan, and this is Scott, or Scooter.
Sure.
Scooter King.
Yeah, I'm the Scooter King. That's a really old internet nickname of mine, and if you go back through the history of the internet, it will be linked to a lot of really embarrassing opinions. But we are joined today. Are we joined today? Can we? Yes, we are joined today by our good friend Nike Abbott. Yay! She gets her own television. Oh. Hello, and she's drinking already.
She's into the sauce already.
Yeah, I'm just cocktailing here.
So I would like to welcome everyone to our live stream AA meeting.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Nike. Your webcam is on.
Sweet. Sweet.
Apple juice, I swear to God.
Exactly. Yes. So Nike is back. We're doing a round of bringing folks back for a couple of reasons. One, they have careers that move and they actually do more interesting things. And two, because we didn't understand Twitch at first and the things that they would do to change stuff because they hate little children and get energy from their tears. So we lost a few early episodes. So we thought we'd bring Nike back to talk. Last time we talked about improv, but today we're going to talk about puppetry.
Yes.
Puppetry. Yes, the puppets. Yes, but for those, yay. For those of you that missed it before, we've been interviewing people on the intertubes who are doing interesting stuff on the intertubes, both during the pandemic and before and after. And Nike is someone I've known a long time. We did improv together, some of it high. We did we did some sketch together, a chunk of that high. We did
everything high.
We did a lot of things high.
Operated heavy machinery.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
But one thing we did back in the day was a show called Peril from Beyond Space, by what will now be a slightly legendary troupe amongst the people I've had on here, the Canadian Space Opera Company. And can you bring up that graphic there, Daniel?
Graphic.
The Vemora graphic. I gave you some graphics to show up.
Hold on.
One moment, please. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da.
This one, yep.
This one, yes.
All
Can
right.
you show it somehow?
Yep.
Yes, and then there we go. Ha ha. Yes.
Oh my God.
Peril from Beyond Space.
So yes, Nike is here. Queen Vamra, I'm going to call you the titular character because you are you are the Peril from Beyond Space.
I am the Peril from Beyond Space.
And you can see what she's doing to the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she was an alien queen bent on the destruction of the Earth, and I was Maximilian Green, the sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get to fight you directly, I don't think, at any point during that show.
No, I think most of my fight scenes were with Sam, and it seemed to me my fight scenes with him were mostly me trying to seduce him and failing.
Yes, yeah. Didn't you also fought Tracy as well? Tracy Shea Porter, who was our heroine, and we had a big climactic fight scene near the end where all the men stopped and looked at you two fighting.
That's right. That's right.
As these things usually turn out.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. Nike is a very good friend of mine, a very funny person, and she's back.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. I want to go back to the two-shot there, Dan, if we can somehow. Do we have it still? That's just you, and then this is the two of us. Haha. Hello. Yay.
Awesome.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
Stop
There,
that.
I'm voguing.
You're a strange man, Scooter.
I am. I really am.
Strange person.
So, the last time we caught up with you, you had been doing an improvised show over the intertubes called All Around the Square.
That's right. Yeah. So it was the city gave our theater group some money to do this improvised soap opera. With middling success.
Okay.
I personally have found that improv does not translate well to video.
Not unless you got an audience to work with. I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a live audience, and it's I just think scripted stuff works better on video. I'm convinced. Like I tried to do the improv, but you really miss that person-to-person interaction. You really need that, like with fellow players and with the audience.
Absolutely.
And I find so much of what makes improv magic is that it's gone. Like you don't keep it. It's not kept. You know, it's something that happens, and it's magic when it happens, and then that's it.
Well, I mean, for the most part, you're correct. Although I'm pretty sure that YouTube is filled with videos of Ryan Stiles just swearing at the audience. So, so there is that remnant to be had. That would be from Whose Line Is It Anyway, for those of you playing along at home. English panel shows typically do stuff with a live audience that is over Zoom, and that can work okay. But again, you know, they kind of do a lot of editing, to make that funny.
Oh, of course.
You know,
but Scott's actually been quite the fan of British panel shows.
Yes,
I can see how they can be entertaining. Some of them are a bit, you know, they sort of go on, but you know, mostly being British, they're pretty funny. Although, of course, some of the jokes, you know, when they start talking about Gordon Bennett and Sherlock MacArthur or whatever, you know,
those are all real politicians. By the way,
no, it's true. It's true. When they start going on about like British famous people, it can be a little like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few I eventually figured out. Like, I eventually figured out who Priti Patel is. She's a member of Parliament, like a member of the government. I can't remember what her ministerial portfolio. But the thing to remember about Priti Patel is that she's a conservative minister who, you know, looks good on diversity papers and is one of the meanest people in government. And that's what, and you know, and her name is Priti, which makes people think that maybe, and no.
Yeah.
No.
The irony.
So this is from watching far too many panel shows, and I'm sure I'm going to get some comments about Priti Patel. I don't know if we have any audience currently from the UK, but maybe one day you'll stumble across it in the great when the only thing left of human society is the archives of YouTube.
God.
Consider me ground zero for learning who Priti Patel is.
That would not be a society. That would just be an affront to the galaxy. They sedate it instead.
Yeah.
Level the planet with their rays.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like, if the stuff is being bounced off satellites, it's already being shared with the universe, so it's too late.
Hi, I'm Jake Paul, and I'm going to teach you how to reestablish society.
Zap, zap, zap,
Yeah.
zap, 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 zap. Yeah.
Level the planet.
Yes, that's, if Jake Paul is all that's left of humanity,
Then we're doomed.
yeah. So, yes. Yes. Some kind of weird thing showed up from Zoom, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, so you did that thing with the, and there was money changed hands and culture was cultured for the city of Waterloo. And I'm sure that they got great return on their money. And you got some good broadcasting equipment out of it, which you're using for your next project. Is that correct?
Possibly. So,
sorry, none of this is happening. Yeah.
Long-winded question.
The deal is, the equipment for all around the square is actually for the KW Little Theater.
Ooh, okay.
But because they bought so many iterations of the same thing, they're saying, listen, if you want to buy some of the equipment off of us, then by all means. So yeah, I'm actually hoping to buy some of the equipment off of them.
Cool.
Like the microphone and some of the lights, because I've been learning technical stuff that I never thought I'd have to learn before, and boy, you need good lighting, you need a good internet connection.
Good audio, yeah.
So it's a whole new all these considerations and things that I didn't worry about and let somebody else worry about. So it's interesting. It can also be frustrating.
Yes.
Because when the technology doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
even setting up all this here was
yes.
Yeah, no,
well,
yeah.
Anyone who's been
Exactly.
watching this show since the
Yeah,
beginning has
yeah.
seen technology not work.
Yeah, so,
So
just getting everything in sync, same level, same,
So,
it's the
but
balance.
I mean, it's now so easy a child can do it, and we need to
thanks.
hire a child.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
It's really kind of scary how for the little ones now, because it's so ubiquitous, it's everything is intuitive to them.
Yes.
Like I even babysitting kids, and like a toddler would take my phone and like and then hand it back to me saying, "How do I da 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 da?" And I'm looking at it going, "What did you do to my phone?"
Yeah.
How did you?
Yeah. Oh, there was this thing. There's this guy who talks a lot about about the way the internet is changing everything. He was really popular a number of years ago. I'm sure he's mostly doing academic stuff now, although you'll probably still find him here and there. This guy named Clay Shirky, and he wrote a lot of stuff about how the internet is changing everything. And one of his things was that he'd been watching a video with his niece, and after a little while of getting bored watching the Disney video, she just started crawling around behind the TV. And he asked her what she was doing, and she said, "I'm looking for the mouse." Because, as he said, a child understands that a screen without a mouse is broken. Which is kind of true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I do remember when I was a kid in the 80s, my mom would ask me, or like an adult would ask me, to set up the VCR for them, or to set up their computer or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's a generational thing, I think, as the technology advances.
Yes.
About 50 years, they'll be like, son, could you hook me up to the brain interface device, to the VR module sort of thing?
Dad, why do I have to do this every time?
Yeah, exactly. You've got to stimulate the neural spinal cord connection again.
Come on, it's easy. You just you just plug this into your wet outlet and
wet outlet.
Yeah,
Oh, Let's never say that phrase again.
Never say the phrase.
Come on down to wet outlet.
Children at home, don't say wet outlet. Whatever you do. So speaking of children, is this next project you're doing is for children? Is that correct? For the kids today? Yes.
That's right. So the project I'm working on, which right now we're calling Wrestling with My Dragons,
okay,
is about my personal struggle with depression, and I'm going to be focusing a bit on bullying and those real fun years of like grade 7, grade 8.
Oh,
so it's kind of my target audience, because man, that time in life just sucks.
It does.
Yes. Yeah.
It really sucks. So yeah, I want to be able to share this in a way that, won't just be totally depressing, but also kind of maybe fun and interesting. And so coming up with characters, because I find a lot of my thought processes, it's like there's a lot of different thoughts that go on, right? That depression, right? Like, I suck, I'm a failure, nobody likes me, I'm ugly, blah blah blah, these kind of things. So it's like, I'm gonna have like little different puppets like representing those different voices.
Oh, okay.
How they can just be like,
Maybe sorry. Oh.
Yeah.
Audio cut out a bit there. Sorry.
Okay.
Maybe at the end of the show, you could have all those nasty puppets lined up and take a flamethrower live on stage. Here, depression, that's what I think of you. Really bring the show to it. You'd have to make new puppets every time.
Every time. And think of the grant money you could get for that.
Yeah. It's performance art.
Creating work. Talk about creating work. Yeah.
Exactly. This is how it's done.
But that does sound very interesting. And, like, would this be a one-person show, or you'd have other people?
Right now, the way I'm conceiving it is as a one-person show.
Right.
But I am open to, if I come up with an idea that would probably need another puppeteer, I am opening myself up to those ideas.
Okay.
So, But ideally, I really imagine this really as a one person show, because I kind of want to have that blurred distinction between the voice in your head and yourself, right? And so there's a lot to play with that.
Right. Right. The critical mind.
It's been interesting finding stuff from my past. So we sold my mom's house recently, and I have a lot of things here. So I've been going through some of the stuff, what do I want to keep, and maybe put it in a better box than just a cardboard box.
Yeah.
And what do I throw out? And then there's like so much stuff that's like,
Yeah.
but so much of it, so a lot of it is nostalgia.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's really weird, some of the memories and feelings that come back. Like, I open up this box and it's like old pencil cases and things from like grade 5 or whatever, and then it's just sort of weird, the kind of memories that come back just from seeing those objects. And also remembering just how much I hated school. Really hated school. It's awful.
Yeah. Well, someone, I always have some weird intellectual quote floating around the back of my head, and yet I can't remember like names and faces. But someone at one point said that 95% of what you learn in school is obedience.
Yep.
And not to think too much. Like they teach you a couple of skills, and then mostly it's just, do you know how to stand in a line? Do you know how to raise your hand rather than just shout out?
Well, I mean,
do you know how to police your bladder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, do you know how to take in information without questioning it?
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Even if that information is wrong,
without questioning,
right,
it's like 1 + 1 is 2. That is the truth.
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus came over here, discovered America. That's the truth. Or whatever. And so it's it really does chip away at your ability to think for yourself. And to imagine. It's an institutionalization. You're being institutionalized by school.
Which is a song by Suicidal Tendencies that got me through a good chunk of high school.
Aww,
so yes.
Well, especially too. I mean, I went through public school in the 70s and high school in the 80s, and there really was next to none of the awareness of bullying as there is now. There was no touchy-feely stuff. There was maybe a disgruntled counselor.
Yeah.
who would say, you could be a cook.
My awareness...
well, if you were getting picked on, it was your fault. Like, I was told I was too sensitive. Yeah. And that I need to learn how to take a joke.
Yeah.
And basically that, that my bullies were doing me a favor because they were trying to guide me into more socially acceptable behavior so that I was supposed to, it sucked. It's like, assholes, they're just mean fucking kids.
Like, I heard from a lot of kids that their dads would basically show them how to fight. As a way to deal with bullying. My dad was not that type, but then he's kind of lucky he grew up in a small country town as the smartest kid in the middle of nowhere, because he was kind of untouchable because of that. Well, that and his brother, he had a twin brother, and if you fought with one, you were fighting with both of them. Yeah. But for that, like, he just could not really right. How to teach me to fight, or that he needed to. And so a lot of times if you're being bullied back in the day, you were on your own, so okay, we have a couple of pictures of one of your puppets here.
We do?
Cool.
Yes. Do I sent you some images. Do you still have them, Dan? I sent it through Discord. It'd be you go up. Dan is now browsing through Discord for all the gamer speak and stuff, and then this is one of them.
I should have.
Did you? Yeah. Here we go. So, all right.
Hold on, I will get us to the thing here.
Yeah, so that's one of them.
Yeah. I need 3 monitors.
You do need 3 monitors, or at least 12.
Okay, this is the first puppet, right?
Yeah. Well, it's the same puppet, I think, from a couple of different angles. We got 2 shots of this one, but yes. Yeah. So,
Yes.
so, so this puppet.
Cute.
Does this puppet have a name yet, or no?
No.
No.
No, I'm still figuring out her personality. This was really me learning to sew, basically.
Okay.
So Arlene, my partner, found a pattern for different types of puppets. This one's called the glorified sock puppet.
It's cute.
Glorified. Excellent.
Glorified sock puppet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
This company, they have a few templates for different like hand puppets, kind of Muppet style puppets like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was trying it out. So cutting out the material and sewing it and building it, and then I actually sewed up that little dress too. So again, found a pattern for a doll's dress. And it was really a way to like just start building and not be nervous about like, oh, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this, right?
Well,
looks great.
Yeah, it does look really good. I like it a lot. And you said this is your first attempt because it's a very good attempt, I'd have to say.
First attempt.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's very exciting, and so it makes me kind of like, yay, this I can do this.
Yay.
This is so exciting. So I'm looking forward to being able to design my own characters and do fun stuff like that.
Awesome.
So we'll see what happens with this character. Like I said, I'm still kind of discovering her. I've just kind of, as I've been building her, I've just kind of adding more and more things to her and kind of going.
Okay.
So I'm working on her hair. You can see at the bottom there's a bit of
okay.
yarn there. It's going to end up. So I've been working on more and more hair, so that eventually she'll have a nice,
a nice do.
Yeah. Okay. So are you kind of just like you make her, you play with her, you figure out what would add to her personality, and you keep going, kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly. It's just a lot of, because you need to build your own puppets as a puppeteer. You really need to build your own puppets. So it is really great to be able to get into the workshop and try different things and see what works and what doesn't. And you really need that ability to take the time. And like this week coming up, we're actually going to be reworking one of our sets.
Okay.
For our show called The Adventures of Widget. And we had this like little pulley system and all this, and we need to look at it again and see if we can improve on it. I mean, we were pretty impressed with ourselves because we mashed something out of like Lego pieces and Connect pieces.
Oh wow!
And we created this little pulley system because we wanted the sun to change. So we got this plexiglass thing cut out with a yellow sun on one side and a black square sun on the other. And then we created this little system where it would turn the plexiglass. So
By the way, I'd just to quickly throw in, like to say hi to some of our regular viewers.
Oh, cool! We have
Petra and Aaron Picard 74 are in chat. Hello,
yes, hello. Welcome to our little world of excitement.
Aaron said the puppet looks very cool.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
That looks like fun. You could also, I don't know if you could play around with any other types of fabric. Like, is only felt fabric used, or could you use others like corduroy or?
Yeah, you can use different types of fabric for sure. I mean, they definitely recommend felt to start with, just because it's easier.
Yeah.
To sew, like cut and sew and stuff. But yeah, my partner Arlene made one like out of this really fuzzy, fluffy pink shag material.
Ooh,
and it looks
okay.
great. It looks really good.
See if we can get another view of the puppet up here.
Yeah, we got another shot of the puppet. He's gonna put the puppet up. Put the puppet up.
All right.
La 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 la. Put the puppet up.
Give me a mic.
Give me a
mic for a second.
Cradled him.
Yeah. Yes.
Always on my case, guys.
It's what I do. There we go. Ha ha. Yes. Ah. She's singing it. See? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the mouth is open. It's easier to control that way if it's always kind of popped open.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not in a closed position.
So it rests in an open position, is what you're saying, and then you close it to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of turning me on a little bit. Sorry.
Oh man,
it's been a long time.
We're never gonna get this shown on children's television.
Here, puppet. Yes. Eyes are bugging out.
Dan,
that's how they usually.
Did you remember to mark this one
horrible.
mature content, Dan?
I always do.
Okay,
so
good.
worry.
Thank God the kids aren't going to see this.
Well, they might.
The kids aren't watching stuff that's way worse than this.
Oh God.
Oh, that's true.
Well, on Twitch now they have these hot tub streams. Have you heard? It's like,
No.
Oh God. Yeah.
There's a lot of extremely attractive women, or e-thoughts as they're called, who, like, instead of gaming on Twitch, they just show up on Twitch and show off their assets and everything like that. But to sort of get around the, no gratuitous stuff, they do hot tub streams where they'll be in a hot tub or like a pool, like one of those inflatable pools, and they'll just be talking and just chatting, and this is my hot tub stream. So
that way they're not really showing everything. And that's I should mention that our show on Twitch is under the category just chatting, and so are all of them.
Yeah.
So
I've actually thought
we're
about
actually in a hot tub now.
Yeah, we may actually do a hot tub stream, not only to gain attention, but to finally bury that last scrap of self-dignity I possess. Because I've been trying to get rid of that goddamn thing for years.
I know. Yeah.
It's holding you back, right?
Like, like a bikini for the man breasts. And
there we go.
It's like,
Definitely.
Hi, I'm hot for you. Sort of thing. And
see?
800 viewers. All right.
And if we did it as a puppet show, we could get on PBS.
Yeah. You could be the puppeteer, like being horrified at everything.
There we go.
Like, I don't want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. I need an adult.
There we go.
That would be funny to set up, like, we could put a green screen behind Nike doing the puppet thing, and just the puppet, in the corner commenting.
Yep. Absolutely.
I have to go for a bit. We'll try to get back soon. Okay, Petra. It was good to see you.
Okay, Petra. I think we weirded out Petra.
Yeah, all right.
That's okay. That's okay. She's
horrified of viewer there already.
It happens from time to time. Yeah, Petra is my wife Stephanie's mother. I love that she comes out and sees those things. I've mentioned this a few times on the show, but my wife passed away late last year. I'm still having a bunch of issues dealing with it, but this is kind of part of it, because reaching out and talking to people is something she loved, and so we kind of dedicate the show to her and to
my son, who passed away 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, so
and I'm still very much in the grieving process, and I'm trying to get back into it, but it's hard, like I the daily depression and stuff. So but hey, I don't want to bring this stream down, but it's it's
that's part of life, though, right? It is. It is part of our lives, grieving. And we don't talk much about grieving, I think, in our culture. We don't really have a space to talk about death and grieving, and so I think people are kind of awkward and nervous about it. And you probably found this, like when you experienced your loss initially, there were probably a lot of people that you were hoping to hear from who maybe didn't reach out because they just felt like, oh, what do I say? I don't know what to do.
Yeah, and I mean, like a lot of because cancer runs in my family and that kind of thing. This isn't my first experience with grief. It's probably the worst experience with grief, but it's not my first. And there's always this moment when you tell someone that someone's passed, where they kind of stand there for a moment and don't know what to say. And I would often kind of deal with that as a joke, especially if it was a grief that wasn't current for me. I'm still having some issues around that with Stephanie, but she loved to laugh, and keeping this fun and funny is a large part of what I think it helps me heal this. And
exactly.
So anyway, that was a turn. I find I compartmentalize far too many things about this, but every now and then I feel the need to acknowledge Steph, and I think she would definitely laugh. I think she'd be all over this hot tub idea.
Probably. God.
I could definitely see that.
Well, maybe. I'll get an inflatable pool.
There we go.
Bikini. Oh, God, help us.
Bubbles. I think you need
The bubbles. Oh, the bubbles.
How would we do that though? Like a blender or something? Or like a
Well, I got a blender, but just don't get too close to the blades.
Well,
Dan, that's what I'm saying to you.
Lawnmower?
Yeah, I bought a new blender recently, but I still think it's not a good idea.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll just have to, I don't know, make bubbles in it. Like
we could get a big straw and then invite some children. No, I'm not going there.
Yeah. Hey kids, I've got a pool in my basement. Want to come see it? And I'm live streaming it. I'm under arrest?
Uncle Dan's special touchy basement.
Yeah.
Uncle Dan.
Stop that. Stop that. Oh.
Yeah. So there we go.
Twitch stream, no.
Yes.
Oh god.
So yes.
So yeah, Twitch is a weird environment, but we
Yes.
certainly do appreciate that they make this possible.
We do, and it's getting much easier to kind of do your own thing and talk about stuff. And we've got a few people who joined in, so we have a bit of an audience now. Hooray!
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Hey, hello, audience.
Hello,
Yes,
everyone.
hello! Hooray!
If you're new here, we would love a follow.
Yeah.
Always makes our night because we're a new channel.
Yeah.
And
if
that's all
you-
you have to do is just a simple follow.
Yeah.
And then
And if you like us enough, and you're an Amazon Prime member, you can just subscribe and it costs you nothing. And it actually gives money to us. Very small amounts. Tiny little bits of money. But if you throw us your Bezos bucks, we'd be happy to receive them. But anyway, yes.
Every time I see a follow, that's another night that I don't go to bed crying. So
Okay.
please follow. Please follow, or I'll just weep like.
Sometimes I just print out a picture from the screen and pretend there's a follower.
Yeah, that's right. Oh.
So
Popular. Aaron Picard says, "Hello, wave."
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, hello.
we're waving.
She's waving. Hello. Yes.
Waving.
Yes. I had at one point when we were discussing this, discussing tonight's show earlier with Nike, asked about the name of that puppet, and she said she didn't have one yet. I suggested we could ask the audience, but I'm guessing if we do, you'll give us Puppety McPuppet Face.
Yeah.
But if anyone can think of anything just now, I cannot guarantee she will take the name, but
No,
maybe I'll do something with it.
Fun to hear nonetheless.
Yeah, so it may take a minute or two for people to think. Because anyway, yeah. So this project that you're doing now, you mentioned a partner here. That's your theater partner, right? Yes.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you do like puppets for puppeteering for children's and stuff, or for
Mostly for children, yeah.
Yeah.
We mostly aim at the chillins.
Yes.
And
That's awesome.
yeah, so it's me and Arlene, and
Mhm.
she started the company. We're called Puppets and Shadows.
okay.
And right now we've got a total of 3 shows up and ready to go, and a workshop.
Cool.
So, and we've basically been trying to move stuff to online, because obviously this time last year the shows we were working on were supposed to be live with like
Yes.
kids and interacting.
Yeah.
And
now-
so,
Yeah.
obviously not so much anymore.
Well,
Not
you-
so much
Yeah.
anymore.
You could
There's
go
a
around
project-
people's houses and just do it in front of their windows.
Scott.
Well, there is that thought, because last year there was a Stratford group that was doing that. They were doing what they called like parking lot or driveway improv, where
Okay.
it's like put in money and they would come to your neighborhood,
Mm,
like stay a nice distance away from everybody, but put on a show outside.
Okay. Cool.
You could just sit in their driveways or their porches or whatever and watch. So
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. You could send them to like a stranger's house and say, "Improv a bunch of burglars." Yeah. This is a home invasion skit, okay?
Oh man. Oh.
please do not try this in the United States.
Oh, please. Yeah, Jesus. Wow, this reverse swatting, is that what you call
Yeah,
it?
that's right. Yeah. That sounds really interesting. I mean, I'd actually sort of like to get back to how you'll be using these puppets to show and in a very important way differentiate the different emotions, because a lot of kids, they don't really even know what different, they don't know how to separate themselves from the emotions. I mean, 95% of adults have that problem too.
Mm.
Right?
I do,
Yeah.
but it would be good to show them that these are feelings,
Yeah.
and
They're not necessarily true.
Exactly.
They're feeling,
Yeah.
and they feel awful, but that doesn't mean that they're true. It doesn't mean that that's who you are.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to how that's going to look too. It's gonna take some workshopping. Yeah, I mean, I've been writing out some ideas, but I really feel like I'm gonna need to like actually like get on my feet, as it were, like actually really try some stuff out. And
definitely
how it works. But
you think you'll be...
so it's exciting. I'm excited about it, and but I'm also nervous about it. And part of the nerves actually is exactly that, is going back to that age and remembering how awful it felt.
Yeah. Well, especially...
That's a little scary.
Yeah. Well, especially if, like, again, going back to the 70s and 80s and sort of how brutal those decades were to emotions. I found, and especially being a big kid and everything, I was expected not to cry or act negatively or anything, do the, be a man, grow up to be a man sort of
Especially
thing.
As a boy, right? As a boy.
Big time, yeah.
Then you're only supposed to have, like, the only emotions you're allowed to have are, like, anger and hunger, and, like, that's it.
Oh, yeah, well...
Maybe they'll throw in lust in there.
Lust. And sports teams. Sports teams is also an emotion you're allowed.
I did have hunger nailed down.
Get emotional about sports teams.
Yes.
Right? That is one time when it's okay for you to express emotion.
One single tear if your team wins or loses
My
a big game.
Won. Aaron in chat has a question. Have you ever tried a puppet Shakespeare in the park? That's an interesting idea, actually. Yeah.
That's so much fun. I haven't. I've done the little finger puppets scenes from Shakespeare.
Oh, yes.
I did a few of those last spring. That was really fun.
Yeah.
This is a little finger puppet theater that I have.
That's cool.
That's a great idea. That is not a bad idea.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Yes.
Whether it is nobler to suffer. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Tomorrow,
I can't see a way to do. I can't see a way to do Merchant of Venice without being problematic that way.
Yeah. Especially
a lot of Shakespeare's plays are problematic. Right?
Oh yeah. It's a Shylock the puppet. Oh god.
Yeah.
So, but what was hilarious to me is the professor was telling me about how he was caught up in this whole these parents wanted Merchant of Venice to be banned from the schools. They didn't want it to be taught in the schools. They were concerned about anti-Semitism. And so, they were like, it's too problematic. We need to replace it. So their idea of replacing it with something less problematic, The Taming of the Shrew.
See, that's just a good lesson for the girls.
Yeah.
The girls need to know that they need to be tamed a little bit.
Yeah. Why is everyone stabbing everyone else?
Yeah.
Because that's Shakespeare.
Oh, I love.
That's all they do is stab each other.
Yes. But yeah.
Puppet Shakespeare in the Park.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd love to see Julius Caesar the play, because it would be so fun to see Brutus stab his puppet Caesar.
Oh god, yeah, just a bunch of puppets just going.
Et tu, Brute? Et tu, Brute? Then fall Caesar.
I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him.
It's like Kermit the Frog.
This stuff writes itself.
To introduce our triumvirate.
That's what I'm here to do.
Oh,
get Jim Henson on the phone.
Look what you started, Aaron.
Yes. Okay. So, sorry.
What?
We were both.
Yeah, I just say brilliant genius.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay! Okay. So this it's going to be a while before this one's up and running. I take it, and you guys are waiting for more vaccinations before you show stuff to children's. Is that correct?
It's mostly the whole, when the province decides to open things up to the public, right? So, it's not looking great for this year, I don't think. But
Well,
you never know.
Yeah.
So we are doing one show that
Oh, cool.
will be outside.
Oh, cool.
It's in Stratford in July. And that's our widget show. So that's another shadow puppet show. That's the one I was talking about where the sun changes. And
Cool. Yeah.
we have it set. We're doing an edited version of Vivaldi's Four Seasons.
Oh.
So we're actually going to have a live orchestra. We're actually going to have like an actual harpsichord, an actual cello.
Yeah.
We'll be all playing along while we're doing this show. That'll be wild to see how that works.
So which season are you going to drop then if you're editing it?
What?
We're actually doing all 4 seasons.
Oh, okay.
We're shortening it. Yeah.
Okay, you just wanted to like get rid of winter altogether, or
No.
Yes. Okay.
Is that where the song Bolero comes from? The Four Seasons Bolero? Okay, because I was just wondering how...
Another composer.
Right.
French dude. Oh, right. Maurice Ravel.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go. See,
you know your classical music. Yeah.
I know Bolero because everyone had a hard on for Bo Derek back in the day.
I had too.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, speaking of that song, there is an Italian version of like the Fantasia. So like an animated thing where they've animated to classical music.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the animation they do for Bolero is fucking brilliant. It's so good.
Okay.
Are you talking about?
I don't even want to give it away. I don't even want to tell you what it is.
Okay.
But it's so fun. It's worth finding that one cartoon. And
okay. Well, that's something actually. That might be something we want to do sometime and react to on the show at some point, maybe.
If we can stream it.
If we can stream it and get away with it.
Yeah, I don't know what the dealio is
with
that, right?
So speaking of which, we could what are we doing for time now right now?
8:40.
8:40? Well, if we were keeping to the correct amount of time instead of like spending the whole show getting really, really baked, we could move on to the cereal now. Are you up for maybe moving on to the cereal, or should we take a moment and get all effed up?
We'll take this opportunity and let's do it.
Okay, all right. So we've been watching The Undersea Kingdom with Crash Corrigan. This is episode 7 because we just realized we aired episode 6 twice. So wondering why we're making the same jokes over and over again, and that's why. So
we're going to chapter 7 now.
So we're going to chapter 7 of the Undersea Kingdom. Dun dun dun.
Last episode I saw.
Yeah, well, it kind of gives you a recap. Can you hear us okay, Annette?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Ray Crash Corrigan is our hero. He's very oily in most of these things. This is the part where he clangs along to every one of these. Clang, 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 clang. Yeah, yes. A lot of people I don't know here, and a couple who are famous. There's in the next. Yeah, just a moment here. I think when it goes to the next screen, when it talks about cast,
there's a Lon Chaney.
Lon Chaney Jr. is in the cast, but maybe they cut him out by this point. He's in the second page of the cast.
Ray Crash
Corrigan, Lois Wilde with an
Miley
E.
Burnett.
There you
Miley
go,
Burnett.
Yeah. And Lee Vanetta. Why Vanetta? Yeah.
That guy owes me $5.
Exactly. Monty Blue.
There we go.
Lon Chaney Jr.
Lon Chaney Jr.
There you go. He's third string cast, but he's in this.
Malcolm McGregor.
Yes. McGregor. Oh yeah. Where's my land, McGregor? Chapter 7,
trap.
The Submarine Trap.
It's a trap.
And yes, here's our early model Cybermen you may have seen previously. Oh, Unga.
Oh, right, Unga Khan.
Unga Khan. He's a mad tyrant of Atlantis. His ambition is to.
Those Khans are everywhere, right?
They are. It's like Shaka Khan, but Unga. Yeah.
Charade.
High priest of it. Yes.
Again.
I think this is an early ancestor of Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, I always say Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, Professor Norton. Yeah,
and he was sucked into the undersea land of Atlantis.
Yeah,
that's the official correct scientific term, by the
way.
Yeah,
yeah, getting sucked. Space sucked. She's plucky. She's plucky. Aaron's taken off.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
plucky.
She's so plucky. Let me tell you. And
God.
Billy Norton may be the most annoying kid on the planet. I would be surprised if he lives to adulthood.
I really hope he drowns.
We all hope he
Crash.
Oh, there's Crash. Looking
Crash.
smiley and oily.
Oh, a naval officer.
Yeah.
He saved every one of us.
He was. Oh, there you go. So, okay, this is the spot. Because he was doing this before. Getting away at really low speed.
The falling will
Dun,
end us.
dun, dun. He might fall. Oh, yes.
Boingy,
Why are you
boingy,
bouncing?
Boingy,
Why
boingy.
you bouncing? Why you, Jeebus? I mean, honestly, is this time to be messing around with a kid on your shoulders?
Those are the new skeezies.
Just dump the kid.
Yeah.
Oh, there's other news.
All the kids are buying.
Yeah, sweet.
He bent his hat, I think.
I think so. Yeah, it's a terrible tragedy. Oh, the budget Cybermen are activating.
Why don't they just cut? Oh God, I'll never be not disgusted by that.
The space suppositories.
Yeah. The space miracles.
So rude.
It is. Let's fire some phalluses at them.
That's phalli, sir.
Yeah.
Duck Billy from this massive thing.
Oh no!
Oh, I think his underwear was on fire.
Probably.
No. He's
Was he?
clinging.
He was
Oh,
because
bye,
he was
Billy.
lying. Oh, good. You dropped Billy. Now it'll be easier.
Wee. Oh, he's fine.
Eh?
Aw, damn.
Well.
Oh well. I was hoping he'd fall further.
Bella, don't you get my number?
Cause you're not anywhere that I can find you.
Mendoza.
Oh, you stupid kid. Now I gotta take you to the thing with the stuff and the people.
Yeah. Oh, now you gotta make. He's gonna make more ravioli now.
Hey, I was wondering. Your hats are swell. Can I get a new hat?
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what's going through her mind right now.
She's got the most boring hat, you know?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Like just this boring little thing. They've got they've
Yeah,
got
Yeah.
right. You know?
Yeah, and penility.
There's the Tesla truck.
Yeah.
Penility, very important.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Very
So,
important in a hat.
Elon Musk was very instrumental to this picture.
Mhm.
You know, that was his first toy Cybertruck, and
So we're underwater at this point.
yes.
Supposedly.
These are
Right.
seahorses, obviously.
Under a volcano or in a underwater. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a space dome or something,
Who knows?
some kind of undersea dome
It doesn't
where
matter.
they've decided to take
None
all
of
the
this
all the
matters.
limited crop resources and oxygen they have and raise horses so that they can ride around instead of, I don't know, taking a subway.
You know, this is like 80% of every episode. It's horses going back and forth the screen. Oh God.
Well, as I said
They
before,
must have spent a lot of money on it. You know,
Yeah.
I figured they had a day where they just filmed with horses, and they were like,
Oh.
yeah, they were legally required to use all the footage.
Yeah. All the props, no matter what time period.
like this hilarious
It's a-
thing.
Yes.
Anachronistic
Dun, dun,
salad.
dun. Float. It's like a whatchamacallit, like a float, right?
Oh, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a king cake actually.
One of those little golf carts or whatever.
Yeah, and the rest of the people are the Atlantean crew, and there's a bonga drum in there somewhere.
I'd-
Oh man.
Oh, no!
It's the lone gladiator.
Yay!
You know, I can't quite hear the dialogue, but I don't think that.
It's
really-
not.
He said,
It is
he said,
so-
here's our chariot!
It is so unimportant. the dialogue. It
I
really
feel
is.
like I'm not missing anything.
You're not.
You're not.
It-
Yeah.
In fact, it just confuses things. really.
Huh?
They're
Stop
hurrying.
listening to
Someone
them.
is something, there's something. Rawr.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Why did this? How come this chariot says free candy on the side?
Ooh.
Oh.
Free candy.
Yes, yes. I'll guard the Sony Trinitron.
Whee! You know, they've got horses running in and out of the cave like constantly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like Horse Central.
Yes, exactly.
Wee, that's it,
That's
Billy.
probably where the that's probably where the
believe they were in a chariot being pulled by horses. Though.
Yeah.
I think that cave is actually the horse's honey wagon.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's where they go
they
when
go
they
to
need
dump.
to go. You know.
Oh, they're rocking fast.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is the same shot. Like,
Yep.
they're just using exactly the same shot over
Yeah,
and over.
they just reverse it
yes.
or upside down it.
Well,
or
but
whatever.
he's shaking a lot while they shake the chariot.
That's right.
Or is
Yes.
his shaking the chariot?
Oh, we're
It looks
shaking!
it looks kind of like he's humping it. Actually, that's ew.
Going so fast. Oh no, there's a chain.
Some kind of weird chariot humper is what you are.
Please pull your automobile over.
Yes.
Please pull your vehicle over.
This is... Oh man.
I shouldn't have
Oh,
gone.
the classic. Oh, they stole that from Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
right.
Indy did it first, and this is them going back in time to just retcon it. What's that all about? Yeah.
Don't whip those horses. That's not nice.
No.
Really not. Nice.
Unless they're into it, you know.
I don't think the Humane Society was monitoring them.
No.
Filming
It was.
this.
I think that was before they dropped the "in" from their title. You know.
Oh, they're boned.
Yeah. What happened? They're hiding inside the horses.
They're gonna wrestle again, I bet.
Yep.
Oh, some pretty
Come on,
good
Billy.
balls.
Yeah.
Why are they?
Oh wow! Look at those sandals.
Yeah.
Great boots.
Yes.
Great hats and great boots.
They're all got little skirts. Like,
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Man skirts.
Manly man skirts for the
and
parade.
They've got veils. They've got like the high
Yeah.
hats. With veils.
They got everything they need for a pride parade right here.
Seriously, this is exactly what I'm saying.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
The church in Wellesley.
Sure is breezy in this desert.
This underwater desert.
Yes, exactly. Well, they had to pump all the water out, so of course there's no water.
Reveille.
Yeah, that's the slowest. That's like Reveille on Ludes is what that was.
That's right.
What
What kind of? It's like
Get up. Oh, and here they come.
aha! Ooh,
No.
guard salute.
please
Yes.
don't please don't do the wrong salute.
Yeah.
Do this to
Oh,
the right.
they're doing that salute this
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Your hands on your hips.
And bringing these in tight and do the pelvic thrust. It really drives you insane.
Don't scrape your finned hat.
Ting to ting 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 to ting ting.
Ow,
ting.
my ear.
Ting ting ting. Yeah.
Right.
And welcome to the clan meeting.
They're sloppy. And then they
Yeah.
just kind of
I know, eh?
Yeah.
No
Chef
discipline.
Boyardee does not spend enough time in the kitchen here.
Why does no
yeah,
one?
well, that's because she's
Yeah.
a go-getter and spunky.
So Professor Norton got his mind transformed in this giant like hot box.
What the hell is
Like
that?
basically he was inside a
God.
vape,
Yeah,
and then and then he got messed in the
the
head.
vape booth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Impossible. You can't start rocket motors without priming powder, and there isn't
Well,
any
of
here.
course,
Well, maybe he's going to get some from the submarine.
priming powder for rockets.
Put a stop to that.
That's how they got the Challenger off. in
Yeah,
the
that
space
is
shuttle.
really it was the priming
Don't
powder.
make that salute.
Yes. See, as I've said
That's
before
how you know
here,
the bad guys.
well, see, it's hard to tell because it was 1936, and as I've said many a time on this show, people didn't know Hitler wasn't cool then.
Yeah.
Well, some people did think he was cool. Like some people
Yeah.
thought.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of people thought anti-Semitism wasn't such a bad idea.
Some did.
yeah.
It's kind of weird how we're all like sort of like Germany was terrible. It's like, we turned away both like us
Oh.
meaning Canada and the US. Like,
Oh,
we turned
yeah.
away boatloads of
Oh
refugees.
yeah.
Oh, like
Who's refugees who knew what was up.
I
And
forgot.
we were like, well, nah, go back. And then
Yeah.
they all got murdered.
Yeah.
Actually, what's it? Mackenzie King turned away a bunch of Jews in the middle of the
Yeah,
war.
we have a bad track record
So,
there.
yeah.
Massive anti-Semite. He was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's why I won't play as him when I play Free Civ.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you're a good activist, Scott.
I am. That's my activism. I won't play William Lyon Mackenzie King.
Hey, they're having.
Why do they keep priming powder? Oh, it's a rocket submarine.
Oh, they're having a Zoom meeting.
Yes, that's.
So the fins, are the fins like a status thing? Like you
I think they use them to navigate.
higher status, the more fins you get, the higher the fins.
Could
go?
be.
I think so, because some people have little fins, and some people have great big fins, and some people have multiple fins.
Well, they're actually spoilers for horse riding.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, so you can like.
Right.
Now look at that fin. Oh my
Look at
god.
this, like cockadoodle dude.
If you know what I mean, and you can tell from the outfit.
He's got the biggest head
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
crest.
He's got the biggest cock-a-doodle-doo of them all.
Yeah. Hey, Billy, like my loincloth? Well, finally, a submarine.
that's right. They're bringing up the submarine because they just left the remote control there. How are they going to find the submarine if he didn't come and find it? Yeah.
It's really handy that they were just able to leave it behind a bush and
Yeah.
grab it.
Skipper! Skipper!
Oh, so he's going to go to the chariot, and what could go wrong there?
The Underworld Kingdom of Jacques
Yes,
Cousteau.
yes. He's a human cockatoo. I didn't really realize that until just now.
Polly want oxygen.
Yeah. Speaking of which, there's a parrot around here somewhere, isn't there?
I think it blew up.
They blew him up twice, yeah. Anyway.
As
Parrot? They blew up the parrot?
Well, except
I
I
don't
think
know.
he's still alive, probably.
it's a plot hole.
Yeah.
Priming powder.
Or danger, and it's open, unlocked.
And it says
Yeah.
priming powder
Yeah,
right on it.
danger.
Da!
Da-da-da. I don't even think it said that before. I think he probably hit something on the remote that made it light up and say priming powder.
Okay, I found her stash, Billy.
And what is the purpose of his cape exactly? I'm not
What?
sure.
Oh, so he got made head of the good guy armed forces because he beat someone in a wrestling match.
Well, I bet we're gonna have a thing.
So they gave him a cape?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that hat. Before that, he was always wearing like a navy dress uniform
Oh.
or oily.
He looks stupid in that.
Well, this allows him to be impressive and oily at the same time. So,
It just looks like it's in the way. I'm starting to agree with the costume designer in The Incredibles.
yeah.
Okay. It's
Oh.
a really great scene, I have to say. That's a great scene.
Now,
Yes.
do you really want someone wearing a hat like that handling high explosives?
We could
There's
light off and like,
something not right there.
yeah, just like that. Yeah. What you gonna blow
Yeah,
up
that is
now?
a nice bong.
It's a great bong. Who? Are you talking about the show or okay?
The priming powder. Yeah.
Oh,
What's he
yeah.
building? Like, is it a DIY thing now?
Yeah, it's got that shop's got everything.
Yeah.
He actually built the costume in there.
Look at these joints, man.
Yeah, and he was on Heroes of Cosplay with this.
Right.
Yeah, and he's got like a glue gun and a lot of like forming foam and a 3D printer.
What's that? Is that a raft?
Yes, it's a paper raft.
it's,
It's only a paper raft.
it's an IKEA raft.
You're floating over a.
The Schorngussen sank right to the bottom.
Oh.
What the hell is that thing?
Oh, that's an explode. It's now an explodey raft. It's the new explodey sklar raft from IKEA.
Oh, you know what? I picked those up with a schlongborn.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah,
The
yeah. I
Schorngussen.
usually like to get to the cafeteria and have a good drink of stube.
Mm. Oh, see, he's got 3 fins on his head.
Oh, I know. Extra fins. Oh, that's the extra fin guy. I think he's the guy with the remote control on his belly button.
How did he find that? What?
How? Yeah, that was like amazing.
That's-
He's like, how did he know that?
Yeah.
Wow,
is-
this looks so real. I'm just believing this totally.
That's a
Did-
great cell phone.
Yeah.
That smartphone
I
by
love,
Sony.
I love his little swim trunks there that
Yeah.
have scales. on them. It's really
Yes.
cute.
Yeah. That's how you
Well.
swim faster.
The men are really cute and like they're really. It's very
Yeah, they're
interesting
buff. They're
dressed.
buff.
Yes. This is
And there's only one woman in this whole thing, and
Yep.
nobody's interested in her at all.
basically,
Oh.
yeah, you figured that out about. Oh, see, he used his cape to his advantage by not wearing it.
Male wrestling time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're all agreed that this is blatant homoerotic.
Yes.
Got me worked
Yes, we
up.
are.
We're just we're not going to pretend anymore, right? We're not going
No.
to play coy.
No. This is all.
You.
Yeah.
Let's wrestle.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that guy that used to do those famous gay drawings? Tom or something or other.
Tom of Finland.
Tom of Finland. Yeah, he's the director of this thing. Yeah.
Wow. So maybe wearing way
Whee! Yeah, this is Tom of Finland, all right.
Yep.
costumes to be much tighter.
Now
Yes.
we'll swing
Oh.
into the lake of lust.
Did he drown? Is he?
I don't know.
Oh!
Oh no! Don't you
Oh no!
bastards!
No, yeah, hey.
God, he got a blow-up mattress with like bombs on them. Oh,
Sweet.
Oh, no, he's gonna shoot him with the
I'm gonna
arrow.
shoot him with my arrow. Now explode. Yeah, this is help. Hey, do that.
Apocalypse Now was a great movie.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I love the scene.
Yeah.
Woo! And
Kaboom.
that's how the Titanic sank.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dun, dun, dun. Oh no!
they
How will he
blew
get
him
into
up.
the metal tower if he's been blown to smithereens?
They
I know. I don't understand.
they
Don't understand.
they-
Clearly over. It's clearly over. He's
they
dead.
blew up.
Yeah.
They blew him up.
I
Oh,
do not
God.
know.
No way.
Yeah, there is no way. It's
They
just
blew
not.
up Crash.
They blew up. They blew him up.
Real good.
Yeah,
Real
I
good.
know.
Well, I think we had to have a thick man dance.
Yeah,
For
a little
that,
bit of
so
thick man
there
to
we
cleanse the
go.
palate.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
This is actually Dan. First thing in the morning, and it's just all down.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not me. Maybe I'll That's disturbing. I have to get a screenshot of that with your eye real close to
Yeah.
thick man. And,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
That's
our
our
all right,
new logo, I
Nikkei,
think.
calm down. I know
Calm
it's
down. Just calm down.
That's a big. That's a big.
Male nudity is so rare.
That's a whole. That's a
It's true.
home slice of
We don't
man,
get
all right?
naked. We don't get naked.
Especially male frontal nudity is especially rare,
Yeah.
and it's mostly in comedies.
Yes.
It's very hard to find a drama where there's a penis.
Well, I think
Comedies they loved, and they'll play it for laughs, right? Penises are played for laughs.
Yes.
Like,
Now, look at the penis. Penis are funny. Yeah. Well, Troy was a comedy, right? You know,
yes.
because they showed Brad Pitt's dingus. Was it Pitt? No, which one? Was it Pitt in that thing? Who played?
I don't think I watched that one.
I think I described it to you at one point, and I remember telling you about the time that Achilles killed King Agamemnon, and you just started getting a little twitchy.
Engorged and throbbing in our chat. That's
Yeah.
my name.
Excuse me, what?
Insinuated that I was a bit turned on by all this wrestling men and other stuff.
So engorged and
And
throbbing.
like the
one of our
thick
audience
man and
members
everything. No,
says that we're turned on by Thick Man.
No, I'm actually impressed by Thick Man and his bravery.
Yes. He's
Not a lot of guys like that will want to dance like that in public, you know. So
Exactly.
I mean-
I like that he's comfortable with his body and with his
Yeah,
sexuality.
exactly.
It's
Look at
it's very attractive. See, like
Yeah. He's
There's
always
something
dancing right in front of me, and
He's a bear.
I'm not really sure how to deal with that.
Is that the stand-up comic?
no. Yeah, I don't think it is. I think it's just
Which stand-up comic?
Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer? That
Yeah.
looks like something Bert Kreischer
Yeah,
would do.
but I don't think it's him. No.
No. Yeah. Because
But
yeah.
anyways, that would be something he does. 'Cause,
Yeah. He does this thing about going to a cottage, and there's a lot of weird nudity in that.
Yeah,
Yes, I've seen that show.
I watched a bit of that too, and
that show.
Yeah.
he keeps getting hair removing wax strips in his butt crack.
Yeah.
That he
Yeah.
wants people to remove.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he's scared off a couple of guests.
No, I'm
that
not
way.
erect, engorged, and throbbing. Jesus.
Your name is erect, engorged, and throbbing. I mean, we love you as an audience member, but I just think you need to know that.
Oddly enough, I get that question every week. Am I
You do?
erect?
Are you erect?
No, not
Okay.
right now.
I am.
Yes.
Um.
Hello.
Okay. So, yes. Well, what have we learned?
Well, we've learned that both of you have erections.
Both of us what?
Uh,
What? But you're okay.
Tonight, I think we touched on a lot of themes.
Yes.
I think we touched on the cultural significance of actualized cultural identification.
Wow, that's
representation.
grant money language.
Yeah.
Hey, they don't give out those MAs.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
sweet. Oh, nicely done.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta know how to talk the shit.
Yeah.
Use them $5 words. Them $10 words.
I can usually swing a 2 for 1 word.
Well, the
$2 for
impact on the
$1.
Canadian puppet community has been volatile.
Yeah,
That sort of-
yes,
that sort of
exactly.
thing.
Mhm.
But I certainly want to see more of the puppets you do down the line.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Me too. I know it's kind of a bummer. Like a lot of course, with the pandemic,
Yeah.
we're so held back as to how much we can do and what we can produce. So, like we had planned to be workshopping my play next week, but because we've got the lockdown rules happening till June, and we've decided it's like, okay, we're just gonna focus on technical stuff then instead.
Okay.
So things kind of keep getting moved, which is annoying as well.
Yeah.
well, hopefully.
But yeah, no, I really hope that I'll actually have, something more to show you.
Oh, you sure?
Well, we'd love to have you back on when you do. See, this has all been a secret ploy to get you back on the show. We engineered the whole pandemic to get you on the show.
yes,
Yeah.
we
It's
would.
gotta be the most boring conspiracy ever.
The puppet conspiracy.
We killed millions of people to get her on the
Yeah,
internet.
that's right. And it worked.
Nice.
We got 2 subscriptions. All right. Yay.
Yay.
We're in biscuits now.
Oh, did we get subscriptions just now?
No,
Oh.
not even a follow.
Oh, that's true. We do have 2 subscriptions. By the way, it was what's their name? Our second but first subscriber. 6 or something like Six.
Oh yeah,
Six.
Sakesy. Yeah.
Six. So we got our first actual subscriber last week, but I had actually figured out that we could get Amazon Prime bucks from me subscribing, me with my just watching stuff channel. So I subscribed to this to become the actual first subscriber. But I think Six actually deserves the founder button or whatever pin, and I hope that that they're close enough to that they get that. But anyone else that wants to subscribe with their Prime membership bucks,
or just
it's
a
free
follow
money.
is fine.
It's free money from us.
Yeah,
for us from the
not from us.
From the Bezos guy. You could with this money you can help prevent him get a yacht.
Yeah, right. It's a yacht a day for Mr. Bezos.
Yay! So, we'd love if you could do that. Even just a follow would be nice, or just say hey about us to other people and help other people find us. We are here. We started streaming also to YouTube, which means that we're actually archiving properly now.
Yep.
So, and maybe
Amazingly enough.
eventually someone will watch us on YouTube. Yay!
I think so.
Is there a way for people to find out about what you do online, Nike?
Links and stuff.
There sure is.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, there's a website called Puppets and Shadows.
Ooh, okay.
Just like it sounds.
Of course, it's going to be under construction, so there will be some time.
Sweet. Okay. Awesome.
Like the information on it isn't super up to date, but it will be shortly.
Okay. Sweet.
All right.
All right.
We're in the middle of updating everything, so So let me just bring it up.
Puppetsandshadows.com?
Is it a .com or a .net? Dot Bitcoin?
Oh yeah, totally. Oh my god. No, it's a .com.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
.com. Puppetsandshadows.com.
.com. Okay.
And shadows. Spell out and.
Yes.
It's not an ampersand.
Not an ampersand. It's not a dash and dash.
Dash and dash.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that looks like a thing. Okay. So you do actually have a website. You weren't lying to us. Sweet. That's good to know. That's good to know.
You lied to us.
Yeah. So you're not really a puppeteer at all.
Here
Do I
we go.
even know you? Yeah. No.
Taking it all out.
So that's the site, and there seems to be
There's widget. Yeah, there's one of our shows, Circle of Animals.
There you go.
Stories, puppets.
There's
theater.
Arlene.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we did a show a couple years ago based on the
creepy.
flood myth.
Oh, you
That's
mean like
creepy. That scares me. That's
Creepy.
creepy.
yes?
Well, it's fun because we actually have performed at the Joseph Schneider House, which is a museum in downtown Kitchener.
Is it
And-
haunted?
Oh well, yeah. I think there's stories of it being haunted, but I don't think it. I don't think it really is haunted.
What?
Personally,
Man, now I have to return the Scooby van.
Whose puppets are these?
Pin and Jab.
Okay.
They do a show where they're puppets or like they're little stuffed toys that come to life.
Ew.
And they hear a monster.
Did you make them?
And so they have an argument over whether or not the monster actually exists.
Ooh.
So did you make these?
Actually, Arlene made those.
Oh,
Okay.
They're very
Yes.
cool.
She did most of the building on this.
On that show, yeah.
I helped her write the show. Like she had
Okay.
the idea, and then we kind of mashed out dialogue, and then
Cool.
we worked blocking and.
Cool.
And this was the one that originally was going to be done live at the Joseph Schneider house.
Okay.
And we were going to, originally the ending had like a kid coming up and helping them and
Okay.
doing all this stuff. But then of course, hey, COVID happened.
And the kid got COVID and they passed away? That's sad. That's a sad story.
Hey.
Oh,
I'm just a ghost and we just haunt.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
there I am with my
Yes.
little.
That's cool.
Yes. Wow.
That's a neat picture.
Yeah, we're in a church there. You can tell.
Ooh, is the church haunted? Haunted.
Probably.
Haunted by the ghost.
More likely, I feel like the church is haunted. Yeah, that one I can.
Well,
sure.
someone a little while I saw a thing. I think it was on Reddit. Someone pointed out that that Jesus is actually is also sometimes translated as Joshua,
Right.
which means that, and Christ means the anointed one. So Jesus Christ actually means oily Josh.
Oily Josh. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
That's actually accurate. Oily Josh.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So
That's
so,
good.
so
That's what I call him from now on.
I think so.
My savior, Oily Josh.
Absolutely.
Love that guy.
Yeah. And you could make the Holy Trinity: Big Poppy, Booze, and the oily Josh, because spirits, right? So
God.
so-
You just
I'm
got,
smart.
You just got to find a way
I know
to,
at least one biblical thing. One.
You,
That's what I should call my bong, because my bong doesn't have a name.
So you're gonna-
I should call it Oily Josh.
That's
Yeah.
a great name
That's
for
a
that
great
bong.
name.
It's a great bong, great name. We've had people in the audience chime in about how great that bong looks.
yeah.
So
really?
yeah.
It's an OG original. It's a Canadian-made, hand-blown.
Nice.
All right, the kind of bong this country was built on.
Always buy Canadian-made bongs.
Exactly. Yes. Brought to you by the Canadian Bong Making Council.
With a grant from the National Film Board.
Yes. We need more grant
God
money.
bless the weed, eh?
Exactly.
Good
Well,
stuff, G.
yes. So now that weed is eligible for bongs, send us money.
Yeah.
Weed is eligible for bongs. I was going to say grants, but bongs is weed has always been eligible for bongs, I think.
Well, we could do a documentary on Canadian bongs and get an NFB grant, maybe.
Let's get that going. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Nike.
No, I like I'm like where your brain is going.
Okay,
So-
yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Okay.
know.
Well, since the adults left the room a long time ago,
Yeah.
I'm
Any other links that you may have before we wrap up this?
I think
This
for
round?
now it's just that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Good enough. Thank you.
Everything else is like a work in progress.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Well, we really want to keep apprised of that and show off your work here and everything.
Yes.
And any shows you do,
Yeah.
we'll send the message
Yeah.
far and wide. Maybe even stream some if you'd allow us to.
Any hot tubs you happen to be next to, just take a picture.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Like we will do as well.
yeah, and then we'll have a sea of hot dog pictures. I was gonna say hot tub pictures, but now it's hot dogs.
Well,
and-
hot dogs and hot tubs. Yeah.
Yeah, hot dog. The hot dog meme is going to be the next thing
Yes.
on Twitter. It'll just be attractive women in bathing suits covered in hot dogs.
Oh, no. That's my fetish.
There's already a Japanese guy website dedicated to it.
I'm
probably.
sure there probably is.
Oh,
yes.
what's he called?
Oh, yeah.
Hot dog.
Oh, hot dogu! Hot dogu! Okay. So,
And on that horrible note,
horrible note. Thank you so much for coming out.
Apologize to the entire country of Japan.
As usual,
Yeah.
that's usually where we wind up. So
Christians and the Japanese. Yeah,
there we go,
that's
and
we
the
usually
Nazis.
offend
We weren't
every
so,
show.
We
Yeah.
weren't so mean to the Nazis this time around.
Yeah, which we have to work on. We have too
Yeah.
much meat.
Okay.
But someone just called us
Yes,
pigs in chat.
yes,
so,
exactly.
anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks for coming out, Nike. Thank you all, the
Thank you.
viewers at home, for coming out. Dan usually has something pithy to say right now. What is it, Dan?
Wait, you mean just as a general end message?
Yes,
or
yeah.
so-
Like if we're going to stop, for example, if we're going to stop right now.
We're going to stop right now. Well, Nike, you are an extremely creative and fascinating individual. We want you as one of our regular guests, and maybe we'll actually commission you sometime to make a puppet of Scott and a puppet of me, because that would be kind of funny, eh?
Yes. What would she do?
Won't need no hair for this bad boy.
Yeah. Yeah, and she'll be
Except on the chin.
Yeah.
she'll be able to take over our whole identities, and then no one will know that we no
That's right.
longer exist.
Just get a big lemon and put felt around it, and that's what the shape and size of my head.
There we go.
And for Scott,
You can-
I don't
yeah.
know, get like
Just,
a
just
half
get-
deflated basketball,
And then
that'll be
just
Scott's head.
roll it in cat hair, and
Yeah.
then that's me.
Thank you, my dear. We'll talk to you soon, and you have a most awesome evening, eh?
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, to our viewers. You're all awesome. Our regular viewers, we really massively appreciate you stopping by every week. And remember, you're awesome, and may your God or your gods go with you.
And yeah, just because you wear it on your head, I don't have an ending to this joke.